This is 90.3 The Rock, WUTK, Knoxville, Tennessee. My name's Benny Smith. In studio, we've got with us from Chicago, Illinois. At least that's where he calls home right now, I believe, Mr. Joe Puck. Joe, how are you, sir?
I'm great.
Man, thanks so much for taking time to be with us.
Thanks for having me on.
We really appreciate it. A great singer, great songwriter. Latest and first, I guess, full-length record, Messenger, right? You're seeing it right there on your video as well. Really fine stuff. A guy who is... wow, just kind of taking off. A lot of great comparisons as far as the way he sings and the songs that he writes. But definitely a guy who, when you hear how old he is, and I'll let him tell you. How old are you, Joe, now?
I'm 26.
So 26 years old, but a guy, when you hear these songs, you think's lived a little bit more life than that, man. Just a great job writing songs and singing them as well. And he did so at Rhythm and Blooms yesterday here in town. Which at the Botanical Gardens in East Knoxville. What a beautiful place and a beautiful day, man. Was that not great yesterday?
It's a great festival. Just the setting for it, with the mountains in the background,
yeah,
and all the bands they had, and it just seems like that festival is going to keep on getting bigger and bigger every year.
I think so. It was a great feel. It was a lot of love in the place yesterday. It was
Knoxville's very lucky to have that in their backyard.
It is great. Yeah. And thanks and congratulations to Lisa and Aaron with Dogwood Arts Festival and China Brackeen from Attack Monkey, who put it all together and booked it and did just a great job. And the Knoxville Botanical Gardens people as well, who provided that site, and just what a great atmosphere for what was a wonderful day and evening of music that capped off with the Felice Brothers last night, and it was just a lot of fun. And glad to have had you in town, kind of solo, but you got your band in tow to head over to the Gray Eagle tomorrow night to play in Asheville, right?
Yeah, the band, we played in Dallas the night before the Rhythm and Blooms Festival, and so I flew here to get here in time for this set. And the band is driving, and they stayed in Memphis last night, but they're not leaving Memphis right now because there's about 5 hurricanes surrounding, not hurricanes, tornadoes.
Tornadoes, yeah. We're a little probably too far inland for hurricanes.
Yeah,
I don't know. You never know. But, I mean, and if anybody's been freaking outside lately, you know he's not lying. It is crazy out there, man. The weather forecast calling for some crazy winds and some storms tonight, so buckle down and get ready for that. But why don't you buckle down and get ready right now for some live Joe Pug. He's got the Get Box in tune. This man has written some incredible songs, and we're getting ready to hear 2 or 3 of them live on the radio. We'll come back and talk to you. But first, why don't you do one for us, Joe?
Take a walk on Sunday, it ain't that hard. Take a walk on Sunday, it ain't that hard. And if my thoughts are hard to gather, if I don't know where to start, it ain't my mind that matters, for I have an unsophisticated heart. I tried to trust a stranger, it got hard. I tried to trust a stranger, it got hard. Now I see things like a soldier, I'm jealous of the dark. But if my eyes have only gotten older, I still have an unsophisticated heart. Oh, my eyes will be hardened, my voice will be guarded, my mind so bewildered and buried in the garden. You may still know me by just one part. I tried to keep your secret, it got hard. There was nowhere I could keep it, it got hard. And there's one thing that's for certain. When they come with their dogs and their cards, I can't hide behind the thinnest of curtains, for I have an unsophisticated heart. For I
Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Sounded great. Originally, I guess you're from Maryland, right?
Grew up in Maryland,
but went to college over on Tobacco Road.
Yes.
As a Tar Heel at the University of North Carolina. From what I understand, was it pre-major or theater major? What was it?
Playwriting.
Playwriting. Wow, cool. So definitely writing at an early age, and but what? Apparently, you were getting close to getting done, but we're sitting down one day and thought, I think I want to write in a little different direction, do a little different thing. How did that all hit you? How did the epiphany come about that you wanted to put a guitar around your neck and write songs and go out and sing and play them?
Well, it's not that I knew I wanted to go play guitar. It's just that I knew I didn't want to do what I was doing anymore. So I don't know what happened, man, but.
So you started out in high school and in Maryland, I guess, and that you knew or you wanted to basically be a playwright, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
There's not a whole lot of difference. You're just probably not writing as many words.
Yeah, maybe that's why I liked it, because it's a whole lot less work.
You're writing many plays, or.
Yeah.
Who are some? You had to, especially growing up in Maryland and even at Chapel Hill. And what an amazing music scene Chapel Hill's had forever, and all kinds of music. Were there bands or any musicians over there that made influence you, or especially as younger when you were in Maryland growing up? Any of those people you listened to, songwriters in particular, that made you go, okay, wait a minute, I'm kind of digging this. Maybe this is something I want to do.
Yeah. Where I'm from, specifically in Maryland, has a long history of amazing guitar players. Just in the county where I'm from, John Fahey, the fingerstyle guitar players from there. Niels Lofgren is from there.
Love Niels.
And Roy Buchanan was from there as well. So,
wow, that's cool.
So I grew up listening to that type of stuff, and then it was that combined with like Fugazi out in D.C.
Exactly.
So it's sort of a strange
with those
amalgam.
$5 shows, man. That's all. Every show Fugazi ever did, I think $5 or he wouldn't play. So,
well, not quite everyone, but especially when they were starting out. Absolutely, yeah.
Niels Lofgren, man. A lot of folks may know Niels as a sideman or a member of the East Street Band now, and playing guitar forever along with Little Steven and with Springsteen. But what a great solo career. Wrote that Baltimore Bullets, I think, song that he wrote about the team Baltimore, the old Baltimore Bullets up there. And that's three great guitarists though that you just mentioned there. And so did that inspire you to play guitar as well? I'm sure, or
absolutely. That was all going around up there. And then when I got down to North Carolina, there wasn't a ton of bands that I got into, but one of them that I got into was called the $2 Pistols.
Oh, yeah, man. I remember they used to come play over here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They're great. And their lead singer, John Howie Jr., is just one of the best songwriters out there doing his thing these days. And, he's still playing. He's got a new band called the Rosewood Bluffs, and they're really good.
About what time was that when you were over in Carolina, in school?
Would have been 2002 to about 2005.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because they had a major kind of pre-Americana, I guess you would call it almost an alternative country over there, the Six String Drag and the Backsliders and kind of a lot of those bands. Whiskey Town even, of course, Brian Adams.
Much earlier,
yeah, we brought a lot of those guys who used to come into Knoxville and play a lot at the $2 Pistols as well. That's, again, a fertile area. I see, sure, you go over there be a playwright, but I can see how somebody can kind of start getting influenced and say, it's a pretty contagious area. Like I said, with music over there, there's a lot of music. Can't throw a rock without hitting one, I think, pretty much.
No, I used to go, John Howie Jr. would do solo shows at a bar called The Cave right there on Franklin Street. And I wasn't 21 yet, so I'd sneak in through the back door, and I would watch him. I saw him like every week for a while, It was great. It was awesome.
Yeah. Very inspiring to you, like I said, I'm sure, and pretty much you just pulled up roots, I guess, in Chapel Hill and headed for another CH town, I guess Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Well, another inspiring town, especially as far as musicians go.
Yeah,
Bloodshot Records and Shubas and just,
Not to mention, John Prine, Stevie Goodman, all those guys come
on and on and on. What caused you to pick Chicago? Again, a great area, and a lot of exposure, a lot of places to play, but it can be a cutthroat town too, I'm sure.
Well, I didn't choose. I wasn't playing music when I moved there. I just wanted to move there because I liked.
Oh, cool.
Fell in love with the city, and then it happened to be an excellent town to play music in. So I guess I was lucky. That was just sort of an accident.
One of those good accidents, as they say. Yeah. Joe Pug live in studio here on 90.3 The Rock. My name is Benny Smith. Proud to have him live in studio again. He played Rhythm and Blues yesterday. If you enjoyed that, and a lot of folks I spoke with did, I had the T-ball practice I had to get to, so wasn't able to get there to see you yesterday, but I talked to a couple folks who are heading over to Gray Eagle in Asheville to see you tomorrow night, but you'll have the whole band with you, so that'll be very cool.
Are they really?
Well. Absolutely, yeah. You definitely
awesome.
impressed some folks yesterday. They've heard your music some here, and I think WDVX here in town as well plays it as well, and so.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
But Asheville's it's a great excuse to get in the car and take an hour and a half, 2-hour drive over to see a show at a great venue at Gray Eagle as well. Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about Austin Fish, and I guess is that a play you were writing that really inspired your early songwriting? How did that come about?
Austin Fish was a play I was writing. I was in the middle of writing when I left school, and what I sort of did is I took a lot of the themes and ideas that I was trying to put down on paper in that play into my first record. So.
And so pretty much that inspired your first songs, I guess, writing as well, or maybe even made you think, maybe these need to be songs and not just a play.
Yeah, it was just, the play was bad. It was very bad. I'm serious, man. It was it was lame. And so I, whatever was not working for me, getting those down in play form, I think worked very well, getting them down in songs.
Wow, very cool. Again, Joe Pug live in studio here on 90.3 The Rock. And on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. He's got his guitar strung up, stringed up, whatever you want to call it. More importantly, it is in tune, and he tunes because he cares. How about another song for us, Mr. Joe Pug?
I'd love to. I wish that I could come to you disguised as someone else. I wish that I could come to you disguised as someone else. Help you lift your luggage from the platform to the train. Ask you for directions that I don't need explained. You would never think to ask my name. Let's not put it lightly, I put us both through hell. So I wish that I could come to you disguised as someone else. And I wish that I could work for you with someone else's hands. I wish that I could work for you with someone else's hands. Behind the counter of a bookstore that you're in, charge you $7 for a crossword and a pen. You would leave and not look back again. Even hardened criminals, they get a second chance. Oh, I wish that I could work for you with someone else's hands. Oh, I wish that I could come to you, could run to you, could sing to you, a stranger in your neighborhood who doesn't mean a thing to you, singing now a long forgotten song.